Colonel Mike Petrash is your military hero for the month of May. He was born and raised in Ganado, graduating from Ganado High in 1974, eventually going on to the University of Houston, joining their ROTC program. Then in 1980, he joined the United States Army. Coming from a family of service, with his father serving and many uncles who served in World War II. And it wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision.
And I will just tell you from early on, other guys played cowboys and Indians or whatever. I played Army when I was a kid. I saw a T-shirt the other day that says Army, because nobody played Navy as a kid.
And to our Navy viewers out there, don't worry, Petrash said it's all love.
I love my Navy folks. I will tell you, with us, it's one team, one fight. And we might harass each other, but when it comes down to it, it's kind of like family. Okay, I can mess with my family, but don't mess with my family. You don't mess with my family.
So in 1980, Petrash joined the United States Army and was a field artilleryman, but would later go on to aviation school, flying the Cobra helicopters and Black Hawks.
I really enjoyed flying the Cobras and shooting things, but flying other soldiers around was really kind of joy, kind of a joy to me. The most meaningful part of my career was the fact that I got to fly with Vietnam veterans, Vietnam Cobra pilots. Oh, they taught me things that you never learn in flight school. It was funny because the warrant officers would go, "Okay, Lieutenant, give me the controls. I'll show you how to really fly this thing."
Working that closely with Vietnam veterans gave him a deep appreciation for that generation of America's soldiers.
You can hate the war. I get that. Don't hate the soldier, And so I just, and that's part of, I guess, my motivation for doing this. I don't want veterans ever to experience what the Vietnam veterans experienced when they came home.
Petrash was in the Army during times of conflict, Bosnia and Kosovo, Iraqi freedom, and enduring freedom. Though never deployed, he was ready.
People ask me, they said, Colonel, you ever get deployed? And I said, no. And I will be honest with you, that is my one regret, because I almost feel like the football player who knows he could play but doesn't ever make it into the big game. I know that might sound weird for folks, but I always wondered, but I mean, I had plenty of soldiers that told me, sir, you would do fine.
As he moved up the ranks, he was eventually promoted out of the cockpit, as he said, but continued his service.
My last two jobs were to mobilize, train, and deploy soldiers, and so that was tough. I will tell you, that's the one thing that would keep me up at night, is did I do a good enough job so that I will bring back these soldiers to their families.
He also worked in Germany with their military.
Nobody treats their soldiers as well as the United States, and we've got room to improve. But I've seen how other countries do it, and I'm very proud of the United States for making sure that veterans are treated with respect and that we honor their sacrifices.
Petrash has a wife and 5 kids and 9 grandchildren, which keeps him busy. But when he's not riding his brand new trike or spending time with family, he's working on Warriors Weekend. That's because Petrash retired in 2007, but his servant leadership didn't stop there. He brought the Field of Honor and Warriors Weekend to the Crossroads, a huge event that's now on its 17th year in the Crossroads. Petrash got the idea in 2006 while in South Dakota and saw their version of the Field of Honor when he had to deliver a flag to the family of a young man who was killed in action.
It was just so difficult for him, but at the same time, they knew that there was a brotherhood out there that was grieving with them. And I vowed right then and there, I said, if I ever move down to South Texas, back home, I'm going to bring that idea with me. So in 2009, we did.
In conjunction with the Field of Honor is Warriors Weekend, where wounded warriors from all over the country are flown in to enjoy a weekend of fishing in Port O'Connor. This year, bringing in over 300 warriors to the Crossroads, all expenses paid.
Most of these guys that are coming in probably had a friend who came home under that flag.
And he couldn't do it alone, wanting to thank all his supporters and volunteers who make Warriors Weekend possible every year.
I have so many wonderful, selfless volunteers that come out and make all this happen. Props to Ron Koshin and the board of Warriors Weekend, the corporate sponsors, all the individual sponsors who donate their money and their resources so that we can do this every year. You know, this is the 17th year.
This year saw 1,540 flags, but Petrash hopes to include every Golden Crescent veteran.
Now, with the numbers of veterans that are here in the Golden Crescent, I should probably have a 10,000 flag field. And hopefully that'll happen one of these days. You know, maybe somebody watching this will go, hey, you know what? I need to catch the Colonel's vision for a huge field out there. Let's do it. Let's do it, Victoria. Let's do it, Golden Crescent. And we'd have us a 10,000 flag field out there. That's the goal. No veteran left behind.
So thank you, Colonel Petrash, for your service and your continued service to bring the Field of Honor to the Crossroads. To find out more about that amazing annual local event, you can check them out at warriorsweekend.org or come to our website, crossroadstoday.com. Adam Seibel reporting in Victoria, KAVU TV 25 News Now.